Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. It's that time of the month. That doesn't sound good. Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. It's just ended April. We're into May now, so I figured I would share with you some of the plants that were really killing it. Not in killing as in dying, but killing it as in really going crazy growth for the month of April, which I was really, some of them I was flabbergasted at. So let's get to it and I'll show you what I've got. Okay, so my tradition is that I always start off with the smallest plants in sharing with you. And it just so happens that these are actually a little group. I couldn't pick just one of them, but this is a little group of plants that has shown incredible growth. Now, you probably remember the trip I took to Arizona and California, and from my mom's garden, I brought back some cuttings from her cacti and succulents there. Well, I want to show you how some of them are doing. Look at this little echinopsis, and I'll find some footage here and show you what they look like when I first got them, or when I first cut them and shared them with you. But this little guy is in my little elephant planter there, has grown so much. You can tell just by about an inch here, but he's also growing right there, a little arm. Isn't that something? It's doing so well, and you know, he doesn't wobble at all around at all like when I first put him in here, because it was just an arm that I, you know, broke off from her plant, and I know that roots have taken place in there. I don't want to pull him up and disturb him, but I know the roots have taken place and he is actively growing because he's growing up. And you can tell by the lighter colored spot there on top, and then that little arm that's growing there. So that's one of them. The next one is this Eve's Needle. Now, I had put this one in one of these little Bonnie nursery pots that I had available, and I'm glad I did because it's see-through. And look at the roots that has already given off. This had absolutely no roots at all a month or two ago. In 6 weeks, I would say that these have been actively growing. Look at how that it's grown a good 2 inches on top, grown all of these new little leaves on it, and look at all of the roots. I'm going to leave them in here for a little bit longer. This is getting a little bit crowded in the sense that you know, they're a little tight in there, is basically what I'm trying to say. They're a little tight in there, so we'll see how long I can leave them in here without having to repot them. Now, the next one that I'm really, wow. This is the Opuntia Joseph's coat, variegated Joseph's coat. And I got 2 cuttings from her plant. Again, look at all of the roots that has given off. Absolutely incredible, but it's grown a good 3 to 4 inches on top and giving off arms. This week I noticed that it was starting to give off arms. I noticed that it was growing up, but this week I noticed that it was giving off arms. I mean, it's incredible, the growth of these plants, and they were just from mere cuttings that I just cut off, popped off from her cacti or from her succulents. Really incredible. All 3 of these are out in the patio, and they get morning sun. So they get a good about 5-6 hours of morning sun, direct sun. So I think that's why they're doing so well. They're loving that morning sun. The rain and humidity hasn't stopped them one bit, which you would think here in Florida, you know, cacti and succulents and stuff, but no, it hasn't really. I think they really enjoy that morning sun, and they're not drenched with rain either. They're covered and protected from the rain. So really, the only water they get is from me, the one I give them. But so incredible the amount of growth that these have given off compared to what they were like when I first brought them here. Okay, so the next one, we're going to stay out in the patio a little bit, and I've got a couple more plants that were out in the patio, and they're actually, these two are from the same genus. Well, they used to be, I guess it was Sansevieria, but now it's Dracaena, but you know, I'm a little bit of a rebel. I'm still calling them Sansevierias. Okay, so this little guy here, this is my Sansevieria francisii, and look at this. When I first showed him to you, he did not have this arm here, but look at this. Look at this arm that he's growing, and it's just incredible the amount of growth on that. It's still got this aerial root here, which I really love, and it's given off a couple of leaves in the center here, but this right here is what's really astounded me. I wasn't sure what it was growing out this way because I did not realize that they grew in this type of pattern, in this type of shape. And for it to be growing that's just so unusual. I'm really interested to see how this grows, how far out it will grow, how it will develop. I'm assuming it's going to look like this main part of the plant eventually, but this little pot may not be big enough for it at some point. Right now, you know, it's doing fine out on the patio, and again, it gets morning sun, not quite as much as the other ones because it's a little bit further back, so it gets about 3 or 4 hours, but it seems to be enough for this little guy to really be growing wonderfully. I think that little arm there is just so adorable. That's a Sansevieria francisii. Now another Sansevieria that I didn't share with you in any kind of haul, but I've got fairly recently when I went to Lowe's, and that's this Sansevieria samurai. I was there picking up some supplies for when I was doing my for some repotting video I recently did. I think it was for the vert planner, and I was on my way to the checkout, on my way there, and then squirrel, you know, I saw it there on the side all by itself, not another one around it. I used to have one of these. I left it behind. I left it with my son, and I've been looking and looking for a replacement. Had not found it until I went to that Lowe's, this Sansevieria samurai, and it was $12.98, which I thought was a good price, you know, for the size pot and the size plant, and it's growing. It's already getting a new leaf in the center there. It did not have that when I got it. It's been about a month since I've had this guy, and he seems to be doing good. He's got like this twisting motion going to him, which is really cool. This is actually bigger than the one that I left behind. This is much bigger. The other one I had was a little guy. But I don't see these around all that much. The Sansevieria samurai, very cool shape, and just as easy to take care of as the other Sansevierias, in the sense of I only water it when it's dry completely, and just let it drain through, and then wait till it's dry again. Morning sun, 2 or 3 hours, and it seems to be doing fine. Really wonderful. So in my bedroom is where I have the majority of my Hoyas, and I have this beauty. This is, I believe this is a Hoya Crimson Princess that's reverted back to regular green, because let me show you in the very back here, inside there are some leaves that have some variegation inside of the leaf, which would mean it's a princess, but that's about it. Everything else is just regular, beautiful, dark foliage that it has. And you can tell which way it's facing the window in the sun, because look at the back. All the leaves are facing the other way. So when I put it back, I'll turn it around and put this side towards the window. But while I was gone, this plant gave off so many long shoots. Look at that. Here, this one way down here. And there's one that I haven't put up that's just kind of trailing down here. and it's been giving off these shoots. Now the shoots are starting to get some leaves on them, like here. See that? So it's doing really, really great. It hasn't bloomed for me yet, but I am hopeful. You know, as plant people, we're always hopeful that our Hoyas will bloom. And so I'm hoping that this one this year, this one in my pubic calyx, it's right next to it, will bloom this year, because the growth on it has just been incredible on both of them. And I kind of have a hard time deciding which one to share, but I know I've shared my pubic calyx with you before, so I decided to showcase her, my reverted princess. Isn't she gorgeous? Okay, the last one is actually a pair. I couldn't decide which one to share with you on these either, but I got them both at the same time. So, it figures that I would share them both at the same time. These I brought back from California, from Mickey's Plants in California in Los Angeles. And it's my Maranta Lemon Lime and my Red Maranta. Let's talk about the lemon lime first. So much growth on it. It was very compact when I brought it home, but it's lots of leaves unfurling. Here's the latest one. This one up here is one, and this one back here is just finishing unfurling. It's in my lounge, my TV room, under a grow light, and here's another one back here. And it's loving it there. It really loves that nice close-up light, but not harshness of the sun. So it's doing great there. And right above it on the shelf up is this one, the Red Maranta, and it's shooting off. Look at this. Nice stem here with a leaf on the end. And it looks like it may bloom again. When I first got it, it was blooming, but it looks like it may bloom again. And this is the latest leaf that just opened on the end here. Really cool plant. I love it. And I've been just amazed with the growth on it, really, because it's just been an easy plant for me. I'm almost hesitant to, I feel like I should knock on wood or something. I don't want to jinx it, because in the past I have not had really much luck with Marantas, with Calatheas. I still haven't bought an actual Calathea. These are the closest I've gotten as far as these prayer plants, these Marantas. And these are doing good, so I'm thinking that I may venture out and get a Calathea. It could be that they, here in Florida, and the humidity here, even in just the regular household humidity, they're doing well. Since these are in my TV room, I have my ceiling fan on in there all the time, because I'm always hot. So I always have the fan on in there, and they seem to like it. I don't have a humidifier in there. All of my tropical plants in there seem to be fine just with the household humidity and the ambient humidity here in just, Central Florida. But the lemon lime Maranta and the red Maranta are the latest plants that I'm just loving, and really just astounded at the amount of growth that they have shown in the last couple of months, and definitely within the month of April. Well, there you have it, friends. Are you as surprised as I am? I certainly am with those cuttings. I could not believe it. I knew I had to showcase them within them. I did have one other one also, and maybe I'll show it to you here in the closing. It is a Euphorbia Sticks on Fire that has taken a little bit longer to get roots and adjust, but I can see signs of it growing as far as little leaves on it. So I think that one is going to do well also, but these here are absolutely fabulous. Let me know down in the comments below, friends, which one was your favorite? Which one were you astounded with as much as I was as far as the growth on them, okay? Thanks so much, friends. I appreciate your spending a little bit of your day with me, and sharing your love of plants with me also, I will see you in the next video. Give this video a like if you really enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because I've got lots of exciting things coming up. I've got a lot of field trips coming up that I've got planned, and so that's some exciting stuff coming up for you. Thanks so much, friends. I appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.